Good morning, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be one of the trainers this hour. The topic for this class is on emergencies. We will be going through vocabulary activities to learn or activate if maybe you've already learned it, but it's in your passive vocabulary, so we'll try to activate this vocabulary. And so we'll first of all talk about, go through vocabulary activities, and if there's time, we will also look through and answer questions and speak about this topic. So, and also if there's time, we'll also do some role plays. It should be a good lesson, and it's all about vocabulary. So, hello, how are you today? Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Carlos?
I'm fine, thank you. How do you do?
Very good. Very good. Yeah,
Great.
it's 5 a.m. here. I just woke up. Yeah, you're the first person I've talked to today. So,
Oh, I'm proud.
yeah. So where are you in Spain?
Yeah, in Valencia.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so let me guess what time it is. It would be
Mm,
let's see. It's noon?
noon? No,
No? 1? 11?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to get figure out what time it is at different places, but I'm not completely right at this time. So,
It's a good game.
excuse me.
It's a good game to do.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. A lot of times, and sometimes I'll start the lesson and no one's here. So I'll say, let's say for example, it's midnight here. I'll say, well, it's 8 a.m. in Spain. It's 10 a.m. in Russia.
Yes, it's a little crazy.
Yeah, and then I'll just figure out like I've got Japan and Korea down. Like for example, um, 5 a.m. here is 8 p.m. in Japan and Korea. So it's 8 p.m. here, 8 p.m. there, 5 a.m. here. So
Yeah. From Spain, you must know that we have 8 hours ahead from you.
yep. And so it's really easy for me at midnight because at midnight it's 8 a.m.
Yeah. I remember the time in USA because I still remember the day of 11 September.
Oh, really? Were you
Uh,
there?
no,
Or
I I was watching the TV
oh,
and I had my lunch in front of me. I
uh-huh.
remember the news, you know,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
I or remember the time.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I was actually teaching. I was in Finland at the time, and I was teaching when it actually happened. And then when I came out and I got a phone call on my cell phone from
Huh?
a lady who worked as a in the TV
Oh,
uh, worked in TV. She was one of the first people to hear, and so I went to my the school's computer room and
mm-hmm.
tried to get online, and the internet was so backed up, and of course it was 2001, and
Oh,
uh, I couldn't find anything, so I went home. And at my place, I had I think 4 or 5 channels, and
yeah,
only one of them was an English-speaking channel, and they didn't have any news. They just continued with regular programming, and
yeah.
the other ones, it was the Finnish-speaking channels they were showing, broadcasting
Yeah,
what happened. And
yeah.
if I had not been called by my friends, and I got text messages and all kinds of stuff from the Finnish
Oh,
people, if I had
did you
not
get a
been
little
called,
scared then?
well, I would have thought it was a movie trailer.
Oh,
I
really?
would. Yeah, I would have thought that there was a really famous movie coming that had come out,
Oh,
and spelled that wrong. Trailer. And because I would
yeah,
have immediately turned to the English channel. I would
yeah.
never have known. So
I
it's
understand you
interesting movie.
everything you said. I
Uh-huh.
understand movie trailer too.
Good.
But here in Spain, all people see in brief, maybe no online, in time. How do you say in time? Live, you know,
Uh-huh.
in live in TV, all the thing. We were seeing all the people thrown out the building.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It was horrible,
Yeah,
horrible.
that's why if it was the channel that I saw it from was a Finnish language channel, and that's why I thought it would have been if I had did not know already. That's why I thought it would have been it. I would have thought it was a movie trailer because it was so unbelievable.
Yeah,
You know?
it was, yeah, yeah. For all the
Yeah.
people around the world, it was
Exactly.
horrible,
Exactly.
horrible.
Yeah. Hi, Abimelech. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Very good. Yeah. Carlos and I got talking about where were you on 911. So, because he
Yeah,
figured out the time difference of the U.S. there at that on that day. So, and let's see, Abimelech, Carlos, and Paco. How are you today, Paco?
Uh, uh, Morning. I'm fine, thank you. Doing well.
Morning. Good morning to you too. So, are you in Brazil?
No, I'm in Spain.
In
Good
Spain?
afternoon.
Oh, okay. So, but
Good
you knew it was
afternoon,
morning
everybody.
for me. Okay. Yeah, it is 5 a.m. for me, and I was just telling Carlos he was the first person today that I've spoken to.
Mhm.
So, all right. Um, okay, so what time is it right now in India, Abimelech?
It's 4:30 p.m.
4:30
evening.
p.m. Okay, so we've got afternoon, and then it's 1 p.m. in Spain, and then 5 a.m. here in Idaho. Okay. Well, today actually we are going to be talking about emergencies and emergency services, which is, talking about 911 is actually a perfect topic for this because that's exactly what happened that day. So, uh,
yeah,
question, every generation, they ask, where were you when? So for this one, for the generation that was coming up at that time, that's their question. So Paco, where were you when during 911 during
During
September 11? Do you remember where you were
where?
when you
When?
September 11, 2001?
Oh, yes, I remember it very well. I was having lunch
Uh
at
huh.
home
Uh
when
huh.
I was watching TV, and I was the rest of the people. I was very surprised when I saw the attack
Uh
of
huh.
the Islamic. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember it very well. Yes,
Okay. And how about you, Abimelech? Where were you?
911.
Yeah, on
Uh,
September 11, 2001.
I was playing at the ground that time.
You were playing on the ground.
Yes, with
So
my friends.
were you a young you were a child?
Not child.
Mm-hmm.
I was an adult.
Uh-huh. But playing on the ground, what do you mean by that?
Uh, some kind of sports we were playing for fun.
Oh, okay. So you were okay. You were playing a game.
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, did someone tell you, or did you get a phone call, or
No. Later that evening, I was watching I was watching news on television that
uh-huh.
time I got it.
And you just heard, okay, yeah. And I was teaching in Finland, and as soon as I was done teaching, I got a phone call from somebody who was worked for a local TV channel in Finland, and they told me. And then I think I got phone calls and text messages the whole evening, and there was even a guy, a Muslim guy, that apologized to me on behalf of his nation for that, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry," you know. And the next morning when I went to class at it was a company uh, that actually designed military aircraft. It just happened to be that was the company I went to. And I remember them being very, very quiet and somber because they had no idea if I had family members or not. But I was in Idaho. My family was in Idaho, which is far removed. We knew no one in New York. There were more people in Finland probably that knew knew people than we did, so it was pretty far for us. So, um, but anyway, so that was definitely an emergency that happened in my country, and that affected the world. And it was amazing for me being abroad. Um, when I went back the next, like 4 months later for Christmas, I came back to the U.S. How different the atmosphere was. It was there was changes that were made in the American mentality and psyche.
But I
So,
have a question. But
uh,
that change is for good or what for good?
um,
You understand?
for good,
Yeah, you know,
not
if
necessarily.
no,
Not necessarily. I don't think it was a good change, um, because the Americans became more suspicious of foreigners, and uh, they had more of a. I've it had not being there, not being in it, being in the U.S. when it happened, and then coming back later. I just saw it differently than the Americans who were here. They either didn't notice the change or they accepted it, but they were the Americans were more accepting of losing
yeah,
their
I
rights,
am.
their civil rights and stuff.
I understand, but I have something to say because here
Yeah.
in Spain, a few months later,
Uh huh.
uh, we suffered a terrorist attack too
I
in
remember.
in the tube.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
1,000 people dead here,
Mhm.
so it was terrible,
Mhm.
terrible. I think the Spanish people felt the same way from American people.
Uh huh.
We are afraid, we are scared.
Mhm.
It was terrible here in Spain too.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. I was actually quite surprised, and it was like 3 months to the day later or something like that. And so I was starting to be convinced that there would be a terrorist attack every 3 months or something. Um,
But
but
here, Spain is a weak country, you know. We don't have a good army. We are very, very weak in that time because we
okay.
are very scared and we are very near from Arabic countries, you know.
Yeah. Uh huh. Very near
Very,
to
very,
the
very.
to that area of the world. Um, uh, do you feel that because of that the Spanish that your country is more prepared
Yeah, of course, yes, yes.
for
But
terrorist
here in
attacks?
Spain, we learn things when we get hurt, you know, about Ebola in the same way. Here in Spain now we have one infected person.
Mhm.
Uh, we did all the things wrong,
Mhm.
all the things, and I
Uh-huh.
think I must learn about that today and and maybe the next time we'll do better.
Yeah. It's like we did the same thing, you know, and now we have two more infected people, you know,
Yeah,
healthcare workers that probably should never have been affected. So
yeah,
yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. Hi, Sam. How are you today?
Hello.
So we're
I'm doing
talking
good.
about emergencies today, and
Yeah.
somehow Carlos and I had gotten into the subject of September 11, which is and the terrorist attacks. So, Sam, do you remember where were you on September 11, 2001? Do you remember what you were doing?
2001.
Yeah, the day the U.S. got attacked by the Taliban.
I don't remember. That is so long.
Okay, okay. You don't remember what you're doing. Okay, uh, fair enough. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on this topic, emergencies, and bear with me a moment. Okay,
Oh,
so types of emergencies. So let's look at this. We look at the different types of emergencies below and match each one to the emergency workers on the right. Then talk about what type of emergency are common in your country. Okay, so Abimelech, what emergency worker would do a house fire?
House fire, firefighter.
Yes, a firefighter. Bear with me a moment. I thought I already had this worked out. I already added the text, but I didn't. Okay, so firefighter. Okay, how about a car accident? Who would do the car accident? Carlos.
there is
mm,
paramedic. Paramedic. Who?
Any idea?
Sorry, it's very easy to me. I am paramedic, so
Oh, okay, a paramedic. Are you a paramedic?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, awesome. So good. You can tell us a little bit about life as a paramedic too. Who would do a break-in, Paco?
Breaking. What is breaking?
Okay, a break-in. The very good question. A break-in is a robbery.
Robbery.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. So I believe it could be a police officer.
Perfect. A police officer. Okay. Somebody drowning at sea.
my
Some.
my car,
So a lifeguard.
the lifeguard.
A lifeguard. Okay, and then an earthquake would be anybody.
Rescue worker.
A rescue worker. Okay. Okay, so Carlos, you are a paramedic.
Yeah.
Could you tell us quickly about what are the main things that paramedics do?
Oh, okay. We are always waiting for an emergency. When we receive a call, we take an ambulance and go for the place. The first thing we have to do is see all the patient, um, um, and see where is the critical.
Hmm.
The critical patient is the first the first priority for us.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
First
Um,
priority.
priority. Sorry,
Yeah. No
priority.
worries. Priority. Okay. So you look at the critical patient. That's our first priority, and then you go from there.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. If we have two or more patients, we must call for other ambulance.
Okay. And so okay. So do you know what this word means? Triage.
Triage. Yes, triage. That's the word. Yeah. Yes, that is.
Yeah, because when you said priority, that's what I thought of. I thought like that in triage, that's
Yeah.
what the healthcare workers have to do
In
is
Spain too, the same way. Triaje in Spain into Spanish.
mhm.
Triage. Yes,
Okay.
that's the word. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So has anybody here been a lifeguard? Anybody?
Lifeguard is something we wear when we boat when we are on board.
When you are on board?
Not board when we are on boat. BOAT.
On a boat. Okay.
Yes.
Boat. Okay. So when you're on a boat, a lifeguard might be there. When you're swimming, a lot of times, at least in the U.S., a lot of teenagers will be lifeguards during the summer. That will be their summer job. Is that the same in your country, or are lifeguards more professional?
Yes, with in the private swimming pool,
Hmm.
in the summer they have a lot of lifeguard is for the part time. They are the young people.
Hmm.
But within the government swimming pool or the beach, the lifeguard is a job.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, adult.
So it's a full-time job. So it depends on actually where it is. Um, yeah, because I think in the U.S., if you are in California and Florida, where there's a lot of full-time beaches, or Hawaii, you'll have professional lifeguards. Like, well, did you guys see that TV show about the lifeguards in California? It was made in the 90s. I can't remember. David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
and that's one type of lifeguard life. But then usually it's in the state in the colder countries like where I'm at, it's teenagers that do it. So
Always.
yeah. Now, have any of you guys ever been a rescue worker for
Rescue.
earthquakes or
Oh,
bombings or anything like that?
yeah. Rescue worker.
Yeah.
They also with dog. Yeah, they work with a dog to search the people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
they'll use dogs. Yeah.
when the mountain is crashed down and
Mhm.
cover the house,
Mhm.
they use the live detector to detect the people. Yeah,
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Has there been an earthquake in your country lately?
Never.
Never. Never in Hong Kong. How about in Spain? Have you guys had an earthquake at all?
2 years ago,
Okay.
but a little one. So
Uh-huh. Okay. And how about in India?
Yeah, I think I remember a big one in this town from Murcia. I don't remember the name now,
Okay.
but it was
Lorca,
a
Lorca, do you
big
remember?
one. Lorca. Yes, Lorca.
Yeah. It was a small one though?
Mm,
Were there any
not that
fatalities?
small.
Were there
Sorry?
fatalities? Okay, this is a
Talbis.
new word. So fatalities. Um, so we would say, I'll write this on the board, is
Fatal.
on were there fatalities.
Talbis. Yes.
Fatalities is another word for were there deaths?
Mm.
Did anybody die?
I uh-huh. I don't remember if
Hmm.
there were any fatalities.
Okay, all right. So,
But a lot of buildings were fall down.
mhm, a lot of buildings fell down.
Fell
Okay.
down, yes.
Yeah. So if you ever see a news article and you see the word there was a fatal car accident, that means there was it was a car accident where somebody died.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
so then they'll say, there were talk about an emergency, and then they'll say there were fatalities. That would be there were deaths. So, yeah, in my area of the U.S., we don't have a lot of natural disasters. I think the last time we had an earthquake was in 1980, and there were two fatalities. It was in a small town, and two children were walking to school, and a building fell on them during this earthquake. But it was actually a quite small earthquake. But we ended up with fatalities. So, and Abimelech, in India, do you guys have earthquakes?
Yes, I remember one, but I don't remember the which year.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big earthquake and many people died
Mm-hmm.
in that place. But and that place is far from me where I live,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember a small one in my city, but that was small one, and that kind of earthquake doesn't happen quite in my city, and that was the only one I think. And then
Mm-hmm.
people were very afraid, but nobody was died in that.
No,
That was a
nobody
little
died.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, of course, like in my country, we've had um, several people have we have earthquakes a lot, but not in my area of the country. So, uh, okay, let's go on to some keywords. We've got ambulance, squad car, break-in, trapped, fire engine, unconscious, hurt, and wildfire. So let's go ahead and use these in a sentence. Can you read the first one?
Oh, a wildfire is an uncontrolled fire that can spread it very quickly.
Very good. Very good. Now, in my area of the U.S., we have a lot of wildfires every summer. We always have one mountain that is usually on fire because of um, lightning or because of people being stupid, and they start the fire on accident. Do you guys have that issue in your countries? Abimelech, do you guys have wildfires in your section of India?
Wildfire. I don't remember any wildfire.
Okay, so you don't experience that. How about in Spain? Paco, do you guys have wildfires?
Um, yes, in the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
in summer,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
especially in summer, we have several big wildfires.
Okay. So that's the same as
Unfortunately,
yeah,
unfortunately, yes.
that's the same as Idaho. Idaho and the western part, we usually get it. Idaho and California, Nevada. Um, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. And how about in your country?
Um, the wildfire that also happen in the autumn because there are lots of people they like to barbecue in the countryside park.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. So you get the wildfires because people are being stupid, and they accidentally start a fire, right? Um, okay. All right. Number two, Abimelech. Could you read this one?
Uh, if you enter a building illegally and by force. If you break in.
Perfect. If you break in, okay. Okay, and number 3. Carlos, could you do that one?
An ambulance is a vehicle used by paramedics to respond to an emergency.
Okay, do you drive your ambulance?
No, I don't drive.
Okay.
Yes, I only a passenger.
Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of small children are always very fascinated by ambulances and fire trucks. So, yeah. Okay, number 4. Paco, could you read that one?
Yes. If you are hurt, you have a physical injury.
Okay, could you say that again? If you are hurt,
If you're hurt,
yeah, very good. Hurt, you have a physical injury, and if you are hurt, then Carlos can take care of you.
Maybe.
Thank you in advance.
Yeah. So Carlos, because of your profession, when you have friends or family that get hurt, do they call you a lot?
Yeah, but this is a real emergency. I don't take care about that because I feel very nervous,
Uh-huh.
stressful maybe. I call my partner, I never take care about that.
Yeah, and I think that's true of doctors and nurses too. They should not take care of their family. So,
No.
yeah. Okay, number 5. What would that be?
If you are unconscious, you are not walk
Awake?
awake because of an
Injury. Okay. Now, not to confuse the word unconscious with the word subconscious. You guys know what a subconscious is? Any idea?
When you lost your conscience, no.
Okay. Well, it's when a person does something without realizing their motive. Then people might say it was subconscious desire or something like that. But one of the problems in the English language with native speakers and non-native speakers, they will use the word unconscious when they mean subconscious, or they will use the word subconscious when they mean unconscious. So remember that unconscious is always when somebody is asleep because of an injury. Where subconscious, your subconscious mind, something in the back of your mind is your subconscious. And it is commonly a common mistake. In fact, last week I was teaching English from a textbook, and they used this wrong. They used the word unconscious when they meant subconscious.
All right.
And my student and I both caught it. We were like, "Oh no, what did they do?" So, okay, Abimelech, can you do number 6?
Okay. If you are unable to move or escape from some place. If you are trapped.
Okay. Has anybody here ever been in a situation where you have been trapped?
Well, I remember a day attending to a I don't know how to say in English. It's we at Easter we take the statues, the saint statues, and we take it in procession in the street. There's a lot of people looking at it. It's
So statues? Is that what I hear?
statues, yes,
Okay.
statues, yes, of the signs of the Jesus, of the
Okay. Okay.
Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how you call it in English?
Um, well, I have a different.
You know what I mean or not?
No, I'm not sure what you mean. So continue talking, and I might figure it out.
It's very famous in Spain at Easter time.
Uh-huh.
We take from the church, we take the saint statues, and and, uh, and, and they're taking it in the street. Well,
Okay.
a day I was looking, attending to one of these processions, and there was such a crowd that that's it, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I just typed in. I went to Google Images and I typed in Eastern Spain. So,
Do you know
so
how do you call this?
I would say, in Spain we have a parade, a type of parade or a processional,
Processional, yes.
and um, and so you were at one of these and you felt trapped.
Yes, yes, yes. In front of the cathedral, there were such a crowd that you couldn't you couldn't move.
Yeah, it's
You,
interesting.
you
Why,
couldn't walk. You couldn't go anywhere. You're completely trapped.
why do
Even
why
I
is it?
even
What
I
is?
felt a little scared.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. What is this headgear? What is this all about right here?
Where is that?
Yeah. Why is everybody wearing this headgear?
It's a tradition here.
A tradition, yes.
Okay. The reason for that is,
They look like the Ku Klux Klan.
yeah. I was like, that looks to me like the Ku Klux Klan in the States, and it's a real negative thing. Um, yeah. I wonder if that's how it started, was because of traditions in Europe. You know, the Ku Klux Klan. Wow. Because it does. It looks like a Klan thing.
We celebrate the day that Jesus Christ died. You know.
Yeah. So good. That's called Good Friday.
Yeah, all week, all week.
Huh?
That picture is from Andalusia here in Spain, south of Spain.
Mhm.
Um, is very far in time, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Spain has a very, very long history.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I've never seen any of this before. And
You must to know there is a orchestra too. Uh, you could see all the people like Ku Klux Klan and
mhm.
one figure about Jesus Christ,
Mhm.
the orchestra, and it's very you must to see because I think the people even cry. Okay.
Mhm. Wow. This is amazing. This is. I need to travel more. And
So,
yeah.
so
Sam and Abimelech, did you know about this?
Uh, I know something, but I've never seen this kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I knew that. Some countries, Easter was a really big thing. Like, for example, in the Philippines, they have a lot of passion. It's more of a passion type thing where, see, Easter in the Philippines, they do a lot of this, where they actually have men on the cross and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But I did not know that there was a really big processional in Spain. So,
Yes,
because
it's very famous.
yeah, because in the
Come to Spain,
U.S.,
Abimelech. Come to Spain, Abimelech.
yeah, in the USA it's like this: Easter eggs and children.
They come everywhere in worldwide to see this procession.
Procession, yeah. I think I need to probably travel. So anyway, but you felt trapped during one of these processionals because there were so many people. Okay. And do people, question for you, Carlos, during these type of things, where there's a lot of people during different concerts or big events, do people get trampled?
Oh yeah. 2 years ago, here in Spain, festival music here. Uh, five people dead because they have trapped in a crowded place. The door was very small. Five girls, very young girls, dead because that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because in the States we have this problem on Black Friday,
Oh,
which makes I mean I'm very embarrassed about it. Yeah,
yeah. In Germany, in Germany have the same problem.
are you guys familiar with Black Friday?
The sales.
Yeah, it's a day after Thanksgiving. It's people go crazy. Look, see, they're all running and they're all trying to, because maybe a store will say they have just 100 items, 100 computers available at $200
Yeah.
or something like that. And so people will just go crazy and um they'll go to the stores the day after Thanksgiving and just run and people every year there's fatalities and people people are trampled and when I first heard about it, I was in Finland, and because this is a fairly new thing, maybe 20 years old, and I was like, really? And I wanted to experience it, but now I have no desire to. I won't go to the stores on Black Friday, so. But Cyber Monday is better. You guys know about this?
No.
Cyber,
Silver Monday.
they call it Cyber Monday. The Monday
Cyber.
after the Cyber Monday, the Monday after Thanksgiving, there'll be online sales. so, so you can buy online. So you guys outside of the U.S. could actually do that one. But anyway, that we get a lot of people get trampled, they get trapped, and it's a lot of fatal mistakes at that time. Okay, number 7, some. Could you read that one?
A fire engine is a vehicle used by firefighters to respond to an emergency.
Okay. Does anybody know what a fire engine is British English? Does anybody know what we call it in the United States?
Aid.
Any idea? We call it a
No.
fire truck. Very, very. Of course, we understand fire engine and so forth, but we would say fire truck. Okay. Number 8, Abimelech.
A squad car is A vehicle used by police to respond to an emergency.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So, now what are policemen, firemen, rescue workers, paramedics? What are they actually called? There's another name that we call them for emergencies. Does anybody know what they are called? First responders.
Okay.
So, so if something happens, we'll have the first responders and so forth. Okay, we've got some emergency dialogues. There is a listening, and I put that on the on the emergencies page where you guys can actually listen to it. Let me give you the link. What I think though is we will not listen to it. We're gonna skip it, and you guys can listen to it on. You can download this and listen to it from home. But that is the link for the listening. And here's the link for the worksheet, because we will not get to everything today. So go ahead and download these links later. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to read the dialogue. So bear with me. Okay, so dialogue number 1. Abimelech, would you be the operator? And Carlos, would you be Alice?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, fire department.
I want to report a fire
Okay, where is the fire?
on Bridge Street behind the town hall.
Is it a house fire?
No, I don't think so. I see a lot of smoke, and I think it's coming from the park.
Okay, is everybody safe?
Yes.
Right, wildfires can be pretty dangerous, so just make sure that everyone stays away from the smoke and flames. The firefighters are on their way.
Thank you.
Can we contact you at this number?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. Okay, the next dialogue, Paco and Sum. Paco, could you be the operator? And Sum, can you be Alice?
Yeah. Paco?
Sorry, the mic was off.
Okay.
Emergency services, please state your emergency.
I would like to report a break-in at my house.
When did this happen?
I believe it happened last night.
Was anything stolen?
It looks like just the television.
And how did the break-in?
Well, my front window was broken.
Okay, we'll send a squad car shortly.
I'd appreciate that.
Okay. Dialogue 3. How about we do Abimelech? You can read operator, and Paco, read Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emergency services, please state your emergency.
Mm-hmm.
We need an ambulance right away.
What is your name?
Alice Johnson.
Can you tell me what happened?
There's been a car accident.
Okay, where are you?
I'm on Clifford Road in front of the cinema.
Can you see if anyone is hurt?
One of the drivers seems to be unconscious, and there might be someone trapped in the back of her car. I can't quite see.
Okay, sir. I'm sending an ambulance right now. I will be there very soon.
Okay, please hurry.
Okay. And I like how you changed that to sir instead of madam.
Please,
That was
teacher,
good.
I have a question here.
Yes.
Um, the please state your emergency is like, please tell me what are happening.
Yeah. So please state your emergency would be like, please tell me your problem.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions about the dialogues? Any of these? Okay. So what was for dialogue one? What was the issue?
Fire.
There
Fire.
was
Okay.
Wildfire.
Yeah. And dialogue number 2,
break-in.
break-in. And dialogue number 3 was a
car accident.
car accident. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back up to the top. Bear with me. So the first dialogue was a fire, second break-in, and third car accident. And Carlos,
Tell me.
in your job, which one would you respond to of these 3?
Car accident.
Okay. Do you guys ever go to fires?
No, usually because firefighter take put the people safe.
Okay. So the fire accident. However, if there's somebody that if they need an ambulance, do they call you guys, or does the fire department have their own ambulances? Or
The first response is from the firefighter, and
okay,
if they need help, we get there.
okay. So if they have somebody that needs to go to the hospital, they then will call you.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that respect, with a fire, you guys are not the first responders. The fire, but for car accidents, you are.
Yes.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna skip over this just out of time. There's not enough time to do that one, but please download the worksheet so you can do it by yourself. Okay, so grammar reporting a recent event. There's been a car accident. This is in the present perfect as it happened. It just recently happened, and there might still be a problem going on. So I'm skipping over here to this section. Complete the rule below with the present perfect simple or the past simple. We use the present perfect simple to report fresh events that happened a short time ago without saying when exactly they happened. So there has been a car accident. There has been a fire. And we use the past simple to talk about events that happened in the past and don't have a connection with the future. So there was a fire yesterday evening. Okay, or there has been a car accident, and it might still be going on. Okay, let's go ahead and practice this. Okay, so number 1, Paco, what would you say here?
Let me see. Somebody has stolen my wallet.
Perfect. Has stolen my wallet. Has anybody ever gotten your wallet stolen?
Fortunately, not.
Yeah, I'm thankful I've never been robbed as well. Anybody here? Anybody else? I guess not. So,
No.
okay, thankfully. Okay, Abimelech, number 2, can you do that?
Yesterday, I lost my wallet.
Perfect. Yesterday I lost my wallet. Has anybody here lost your wallet or your purse? Or I mean, for me it would be a purse. For you guys, wallet.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you have to replace everything?
Oh, I put all my house on my feet. You know, I remove all the things.
Hmm. Yeah, I lost my purse and therefore I had to replace all my cards and I had $26 in cash and my iPhone and I lost everything. So, okay, um, number 3, Ming, can you do that one?
Last week, there was a car accident on my street.
Okay, excellent. There was a car accident. Okay, number 4, Paco.
I have lost my dog. Have you seen her anywhere?
No, I haven't, but it really sucks to lose your dog. You know, I lost my dog one time, and I was like, no way. So, number 5, Carlos.
Have you seen my case anywhere? I can find them.
Do you guys ever lose your keys?
Could you repeat, please?
Do any of you ever lose your keys?
Ah, yeah, a lot of time.
Yes, me too.
It's funny. My sister, she loses her keys on a consistent basis, but she also loses her shoes.
Yeah.
And yesterday she came to me and she said, "Holly, can I wear your shoes?" And she wanted to wear the shoes I was wearing. So I'm like, no.
very, very rare that.
Yeah, it was funny because she's still wearing sandals right now. So, um, so summer wear. So Ming, can you do number 6?
Somebody broke into my flat last night and stole my television.
Okay. Has anybody ever been robbed, or have you ever had your house broken into?
No.
No,
I'm
thank
so
God.
thankful it's never happened to me either. So that's got to be scary, actually.
Yeah.
Number 7, Paco.
The party is very quiet at the moment. I think everyone has left.
Has left, yes. They may still be there, they're just being quiet. Okay, number 8, Carlos. Carlos?
Ah, sorry. Oh, I like this. It's the end of the match. Spain won the World Cup.
Okay. Well, because it's the end of the match, or it's still the end of the match. It's Spain has won. Now,
Has
if it's
okay.
yesterday was the end of the yesterday, then you'd
I
say
understand, teacher. I
Spain won the
understand.
World Cup.
I lost
Okay,
my mind.
good. No worries. Is this plausible, or is this realistic for Spain to win the World Cup?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. What do
We
you think?
we
Yeah.
won a World Cup. World Cup.
Okay. Yeah, because I know Germany and Brazil are the top countries. Is Spain also a top
Yes.
soccer
Yes.
or football player? Okay. Okay. Number 9, Abimelech. Could you do that one?
Okay. Spain are the current world champion. They have won. They have won the World Cup last time.
For this one, it's just straight past simple. They won the World Cup last time because it's in the past and not connected with now. Where number 8, it had just happened, so that's why you would use the present perfect simple. Okay, number 10, Sun Ming.
He didn't call me last night.
So he didn't call me last night. Okay, perfect. He didn't call me either, so he must not like us or something. I'm not sure. So, okay, so go ahead and download this material if you'd like, and I hope you guys learned some new words and phrases, and I've got another class on a vocabulary activity on animals if you're interested in that topic now. Otherwise, I'll see you in another class sometime. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.